Are your emotions becoming uncontrollable? Have you ever felt like your feelings are taking you over the edge and you're just tagging along? Imagine this. You're in a meeting trying to get your point across. Suddenly, someone cuts you off. It throws you off and makes you angry. You want to snap at them, but wait a minute. What if I told you that you can be in charge, not your emotions? The wise Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that counts." Today, we'll learn how to direct your life the way you want, despite the emotional challenges you might face. This isn't about hiding your emotions or turning into someone who doesn't feel. Instead, it's about being in control of your actions, guiding your ship through the stormy waters of emotions. So, are you ready to take charge and be the hero of your own story? Let's dive in. Number 1. The essence of sentiments. Okay, let's unpack what we're facing here. Sentiments aren't your enemies. Think of them as an overly enthusiastic gym buddy who might push you too hard sometimes. They have their uses. They warn you of danger, help you celebrate your wins, and make you feel connected to others. However, if you don't keep an eye on them, they can take over your thinking mind faster than you can complete a tough exercise. Here's the situation. Your brain is built more for survival than for the complexities of today's world. When emotions flare up, your amygdala, think of this as your brain's alert system, activates before your prefrontal cortex, which handles logical thinking, can get going. This is why you might feel like shouting at someone who helps you in the gym before you even realize what's happening. But here's a common mistake. Many people think they are helpless against these emotional surges. They let anger lead them into arguments they later regret, or they allow fear to stop them from achieving their dreams. They forget that although you might not be able to control your feelings, you definitely can control your actions. True strength isn't about not having feelings. It's about experiencing them and still choosing your actions wisely, like the champion you are. In the next part, we'll explore how the ancient Stoics, some of the toughest mental warriors ever, dealt with this issue. Believe me, these folks knew a thing or two about handling emotional challenges. Number 2. The Stoic approach to managing sentiments. Okay, let's dive into the Stoics. These guys weren't just old philosophers with beards. They were the original masters of mental toughness. They mastered staying calm under pressure. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. He famously said, "You control your mind, not the events around you. Understand this, and you'll discover strength." He was leading an empire through wars and epidemics, yet he believed in our inner power. If he managed that, we surely can handle our challenges. The Stoics taught that it isn't the events themselves that trouble us, but how we view them. It's similar to lifting weights. The weight stays the same, but your attitude determines whether you'll succeed or fail. They advised us to not try controlling our feelings, but to focus on our actions instead. Bruce Lee once mentioned, "You'll keep suffering if you react emotionally to everything said to you." True strength is watching calmly with logic. If words can upset you, then anyone can control you. Just breathe and let things go. True strength lies in restraint. Number 3. The strength of decision-making. Now, here's the crucial part. Between what happens to you and your reaction, there's a moment. It might be brief, like the instant between spotting a punch and dodging it, but in that moment lies your superpower: choice. This choice offers you freedom, like a boxer in the ring, ready to decide your next action. Think of it this way. You're in the ring of life. Life throws a punch. Perhaps your boss shouts at you, or your partner breaks up with you. That's the trigger. Your emotions surge. That's the impulse to react. But right then, you have a choice. In that brief moment, you can either let those emotions take over and probably end up knocked down, or you can pause, stay defensive, and choose your next action. As Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson puts it, success isn't just about being great. It's about being consistent. Consistent effort leads to success. Greatness will follow. This principle applies to controlling your actions. It's about consistently selecting how you respond, even when your emotions urge you to act rashly. Remember, feeling angry doesn't mean you must act out, and feeling scared doesn't mean you must flee. You control your actions, not your emotions. As Theodore Roosevelt said, "I'm in charge of my thoughts, which shape how I feel, and those feelings guide what I do." So, the next time life throws a curveball that makes you furious or anxious, remember, you have the power to choose how to respond. That's true strength. That's what it means to be a champion in the ring of life. Number 4, effective methods for decision-making. It's time to roll up our sleeves. We've done the talking, now it's time to act. Here are some proven methods to help you control your actions, even when your emotions want to take over. First, let's talk about pausing and reflecting. This is your ace in the hole. When emotions start to rise, hit the pause button. Take a deep breath, count to 10, whatever it takes. It's like stepping back in a boxing match to size up your opponent. Ask yourself, will reacting this way help me, or will it just knock me down? Next is cognitive reframing. It sounds fancy, but it's really just about changing how you view things. Say your friend cancels on your gym session. Instead of thinking, "This ruins my day," switch it up. Now, I can focus and push myself even harder. It's like Rocky using a meat locker as a punching bag. Same scenario, different viewpoint. Then there's making decisions based on your values. It sounds complex, but it's pretty straightforward. Ask yourself, what would the person I aspire to be do in this situation? Picture yourself as your own hero. Would they get upset over a small problem? Likely not. They'd keep their eyes on the goal. Lastly, we have emotional acceptance. This can be a tough one, but it's essential. It's okay to feel your feelings. Don't try to fight them, accept them, and then figure out your next move. It's like recognizing the pain in a challenging workout. You feel it, but you don't let it stop you. Remember what Mike Tyson said, "Everyone knows what to do until life hits them with something unexpected." These strategies are your game plan for when life hits hard. Number 5, advantages of acting rationally rather than emotionally. So, why go through all this effort? Because the rewards are enormous. We're talking about changes that can transform your life. Firstly, your relationships will get a major boost. You'll become the stable rock that others depend on, not the unpredictable volcano they avoid. You'll handle disagreements with wisdom instead of impulsive reactions. As Muhammad Ali put it, don't focus on the passage of time, focus on what you do with it. When you control your actions, every interaction is a chance to leave a positive mark. Your ability to make decisions will also improve dramatically. You won't be the person who makes rash decisions in the heat of the moment. Instead, you'll be known for making smart, calculated choices, spotting chances that others overlook. Like chess master Garry Kasparov said, "Top players are not driven by emotions, but are more like technicians." You'll also develop greater resilience, like mental armor. Life will always throw challenges your way, but you'll be equipped to handle them. You'll recover quickly from difficulties because you aren't drained by emotional upheaval. You'll resemble a Navy SEAL, maintaining your cool under pressure, ready for anything. And here's the real bonus. You'll feel more in control of your life. Gone are the days of feeling controlled by your emotions. You'll be the one pulling the strings. This sense of control is transformative. It's the difference between feeling like life is just happening to you and actively shaping your own life. Arnold Schwarzenegger said it best. The mind is the limit. If you can picture it in your mind, you can make it happen as long as you believe in it completely. Mastering control over your actions means you'll trust in yourself like never before. This isn't just motivational talk. It's about evolving into the strongest, most capable version of yourself. It's about being the hero of your own story, not the victim. Number 6. Everyday struggles and solutions for overcoming them. Pay attention, because this is crucial. Getting a handle on your actions isn't easy. It's like running uphill with a heavy vest. It's tough, and you're going to face some real challenges. But this is what separates the winners from the losers. First, let's talk about handling intense emotions. We mean those moments when anger, fear, or frustration hits you hard, like a speeding truck. It's one thing to keep your cool when someone annoys you on the road. It's entirely different when, say, your boss embarrasses you in front of everyone. The key: treat these intense emotions like a hardcore workout. You have to endure the discomfort, feel it, but don't let it take over. Jocko Willink puts it well. Discipline equals freedom. The more you practice keeping your cool under stress, the better you'll get at it. Next, changing your automatic reactions. Your brain prefers taking the easy route, and emotional reactions are its fast track. Breaking these habits is like giving up fast food. It'll be tough, you'll falter, but each time you choose your actions consciously, you're training your brain. Bruce Lee once said, "I'm not intimidated by someone who tries 10,000 different kicks just once, but by the one who masters a single kick with 10,000 repetitions." Keep practicing your chosen responses until they become a part of you. Lastly, the importance of consistency. Some days you'll feel like you're nailing it, making all the right moves. Other days, you might feel like you're failing. That's normal. Being consistent isn't about being perfect. It's about bouncing back quickly after a setback. Dwayne Johnson describes it best. Success doesn't happen instantly. It's the small, daily improvements that eventually make a big difference. Number 7. Real-world cases. Let's talk about how these ideas work in real life. In the first situation, you're at the gym, working hard to beat your personal record, when a noisy guy starts showing off, distracting everyone. In the past, you might have confronted him and risked a fight, possibly getting thrown out of the gym. But now, you stop for a moment. You realize his behavior doesn't affect your workout. You keep your eyes on your own goals, ignoring him like he's just some noise in the background. The outcome? You complete your workout stronger than before, while he continues to crave attention. In the second scenario, your girlfriend says she wants to take a break. Suddenly, you feel a rush of emotions: anger, fear, sadness. The old you might have begged her to stay or reacted angrily. Instead, you pause and take a deep breath. You handle the situation gracefully, saying that you also need some time to think. This calm approach leaves room for open, honest conversation in the future, no matter the outcome. In the third example, your boss passes you over for a promotion you deserved. You feel that familiar bitterness creeping in. Previously, this might have made you slack off at work, or even start looking for another job just to get back at them. But this time, you act differently. You ask for feedback on how to improve and double down on your efforts, driven by determination, not anger. 6 months later, not only do you get promoted, but you move beyond the role you initially wanted. As Mike Tyson once said, every strategy seems perfect until it faces unexpected challenges. Life will definitely throw challenges your way. It's your response that matters. Choose how you act. Don't just react impulsively. In the end, you'll be the one who stands strong. Number 8. Scientific validation. I understand some of you might be wondering, this sounds good, but is there any proof? Hold on, because there's solid scientific support for this. Neuroscience research reveals that our brains are flexible, not like plastic materials, but in the sense that they can adapt and change. Each time you choose to act, instead of just reacting to your feelings, you're actually remodeling your brain. It's similar to how you build muscles, except it's your mind getting stronger. Research has found that people who practice controlling their reactions, basically choosing their actions wisely, tend to have better relationships and more success in their careers. They're not just happier, they're excelling in life. Another study, this one from Harvard, found that meditation, a method for managing your emotions, can actually alter the structure of your brain. This boosts the areas that help with focus and making decisions. Think of it as a safe and healthy boost for your brain. Research from the University of Michigan shows that people who think they can manage their emotions often do better at controlling them. It's somewhat like the placebo effect, but for mastering your emotions. If you believe you can handle it, you're already on your way. So, remember, this isn't just speculative or philosophical talk. This is real, solid science confirming what ancient philosophers like the Stoics said long ago. Your mind is a major battlefield, and science is equipping us with the tools to win. Number 9. Daily routines for execution. Okay, it's time to put what we've learned into practice. Just like you can't build muscle by simply thinking about the gym, you can't master your actions without regular practice. Here's your mental training plan. First up, mindfulness. Think of this as your mental stretching. Spend 5 minutes each day quietly observing your thoughts and feelings without judging them, like watching clouds drift across the sky. This helps you pause between what happens and how you respond. As Navy SEAL Mark Divine puts it, learn to step back from your thoughts and emotions, and you'll discover the way to win. Next, let's talk about journaling. It might seem a bit gentle, but trust me, it's like analyzing your performance after a workout. Each night, write about a time during the day when you managed to choose your action over your feelings. What happened as a result? This strengthens your ability to see the benefits and plan better for the future. Then there's visualization. It's a technique many athletes do regularly. Spend a few minutes each day picturing yourself handling tough situations calmly and effectively. Think of it as a dress rehearsal in your mind. When a real challenge comes, you'll feel prepared. Finally, the cold shower challenge. Begin your day with a 30-second cold shower. It's uncomfortable, but it teaches you to control your reaction to discomfort. Plus, it wakes you up better than coffee. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's words, "It's those final few reps that truly build the muscle. Pushing through the pain is what separates champions from the rest." These daily exercises are like those last few tough reps for your mind. They're challenging, but they're what make the difference between a mental champion and the rest. Keep up with these practices, and soon you'll be handling your actions like a pro. Your emotions will still be there, but they'll be like a well-trained dog, present yet under control. Now pay attention, because this is how you stand out from everyone else. These aren't just good habits to have. They're your tools for mastering yourself. Stick with these, and nothing can stop you. Balanced mind practice. Begin with 4 to 6 minutes and aim for 18 to 20. Sit quietly, shut your eyes, and pay attention to your breath. You'll have thoughts. Let them come and go without following them. This is like lifting weights for your mind, helping you remain calm amid chaos. As David Goggins puts it, your mind is your most powerful asset. Cultivate and strengthen it. A feelings journal. Take a diary and each night jot down 3 things: a strong emotion you felt, what triggered it, and how you responded. Be completely honest. This is like watching a replay of your actions to improve. The Stoic path. Once a day, purposely choose to do something that makes you uncomfortable. Take a cold shower, miss a meal, or push through a tough workout when tired. Embrace the discomfort. Why? It prepares you to keep going regardless of how you feel. Remember, seeking comfort blocks greatness. Imagination practice. Spend 15 minutes each day picturing challenging situations. Picture yourself staying calm and making smart decisions. Practicing in your mind is powerful. The more you do it, the better you'll handle things in real life. Morning motivation. Every day ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today that my future self will be happy about? Then go ahead and do it. No excuses. This builds the habit of picking what's good for you in the long run over what's easy now. Small choices exercise. Throughout your day, notice the little decisions you make. What you eat, if you check your phone, how you answer a message. Make these choices carefully. It's like working out your decision-making muscles. Sharpen your mind. Their insights are nourishment for your thoughts. End of day. Thanks. Each night, make a point to name 3 things you're thankful for, even if it feels hard. Choosing to be grateful helps you see the good, even when you're not feeling it. Weekly reality check. Each week, ask a trusted person to give you honest thoughts on your behavior. Listen and don't argue back. It's tough, but it helps you improve. Like Jocko Willink says, discipline equals freedom. Being disciplined to accept difficult truths gives you the freedom to get better. Pause and choose. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, stop for a moment. Identify what you're feeling and then decide how to act. Keep doing this. It might be strange at first, but it teaches you to control your reactions instead of just reacting. Daily wisdom. Read a page each day from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius or The Manual by Epictetus. These ancient thinkers will. The reflection routine. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on one decision you made that you're proud of. Think about why it was a good decision and how it made you feel. This practice acts like a victory lap for your mind, reinforcing the positive steps you've taken and boosting your confidence for future challenges. The opportunity opt-in. Every morning, challenge yourself to say yes to something new or slightly intimidating. Whether it's choosing a new way to get to work, tasting a different dish, or chatting with someone you don't know, welcoming new experiences helps your mind become more flexible and adaptable. Think of it as stretching exercises for your mental agility. Think of this as your daily brain exercise, not a list you can pick from. If you miss a day, just start again. If you're feeling like you don't want to do it, that's actually a good thing. That struggle is where you grow. As Goggins says, you might end up living a life so easy and comfortable that you never reach your full potential. These exercises are your road to finding that potential. They help you act based on choice, not feelings. So, are you ready to put in the effort? That's what distinguishes those who just talk from those who actually do. That's what defines a winner in life. Go for it. Picture yourself at the edge of a cliff, your heart racing, hands sweating. Below, your feelings churn like turbulent waters. Behind, the familiar path that's always been easy. What's your next move? Do you go back to what's safe, or do you jump into mastery? Right now, the choices you make can really define who you are. This is what made the great leaders in history stand out from everyone else. Imagine Churchill during the tough times of Nazi attacks. He must have felt like giving up, but instead, he chose to fight. He famously said, "We shall fight on the beaches," not because he wasn't scared, but because he decided to be brave instead. Think about Odysseus and the tempting songs of the sirens. Instead of giving in, he tied himself to his ship's mast. He tackled the challenge directly, choosing his actions over his desires. You have that same strength. This kind of power led explorers to discover new lands, astronauts to walk on the moon, and revolutionaries to change societies. You have the tools and the knowledge, but remember, knowledge by itself is like a weapon without a warrior. It's pointless. The Stoics were more than just thinkers. They were emperors, slaves, and everything in between. They put their ideas to the test in real life, just as you have to. Marcus Aurelius didn't just sit in a palace writing his meditations. He wrote them in the middle of military camps while managing an empire. He focused on thoughtful reflection instead of quick reactions, choosing wisdom over sudden urges. Consider the Navy SEALs saying, "Each new day brings tougher tests. Yesterday was the easiest it'll ever be." Controlling your actions is not going to be easy. There will be days when your feelings are overwhelming, like a giant wave ready to carry you off. But remember, you're in charge of your own journey. You set your own path. Just like a seal in the middle of a rough ocean, you need to stay calm, focused, and in command. Your feelings are just the storm, but your decisions steer the ship. As Theodore Roosevelt once put it, "It's not the critic who matters. The credit goes to the man who is actually in the arena, who is covered in dust, sweat, and blood." You are in that arena now. Each time you stop to think before you react and choose your actions over your emotions, you are succeeding. You are becoming the hero of your own story. You are joining those throughout history who shaped the world not by giving in to their impulses, but by controlling them. This journey is not just for your own benefit. It's about being a pillar of stability in a turbulent world. It's about being someone others can depend on when emotions are running high. It's about setting an example and showing there's a better way to handle the challenges of life. So, what will you choose? Will you let your emotions control you, or will you take control and direct your own life? Will you be carried away by your feelings, or will you navigate your own path through life's waters? The decision is yours. And remember, your choice holds your power, your potential, and your legacy. Next up is building your emotional toolkit. Think of this as adding more weights to your gym routine. First, let's talk about stress inoculation. It's like a vaccine for your emotions. By gradually exposing yourself to stress in controlled doses, you build up immunity. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, instead of shutting down, you'll say, "I've trained for this." It's like preparing for a big game. You scrimmage, you sweat, and when the big day comes, you're ready because you've been there before. Then, there's the art of redirection. This is a ninja move right here. When you feel those emotional whirlwinds kicking up, redirect that energy. Upset about a cancelled plan, channel that frustration into crushing your workout or tackling that project you've been putting off. It's turning the storm into power, using that energy to propel you forward instead of knocking you down. And don't forget about building your support squad. This is key. Just like a Spartan warrior wouldn't go into battle alone, you shouldn't either. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you to be better. When you're feeling low, reach out. Sometimes just talking it out can turn the tide. Remember, it's not just about being tough by yourself. It's about being strong together. Now let's set a challenge. For the next month, I want you to pick one of these techniques: stress inoculation, redirection, or building your support squad, and apply it daily. Write it down, keep track of it. Notice how it changes your reactions, your days, your life. Imagine this. Each day, you're adding a brick to your fortress of calm. Brick by brick, you're building a stronghold where chaos can't touch you. You're no longer just reacting, you're crafting your life proactively. That's how you transform. That's how you grow into the commander of your own life. So, let's hear it. Dive into the comments, share your plan, your struggles, your victories. Let's cheer each other on, because when one of us grows stronger, we all do. This isn't just about individual battles, it's about winning at life together. Your journey, your effort, it inspires. It pushes us all to strive harder, to be relentless in our pursuit of control and peace. Remember, every day is a new round in the ring, a fresh chance to fight smarter, to live better. So, are you ready to rise to the challenge? Let's make it happen. Let's turn our emotions from wild storms into winds that propel us forward. Share your story, start today, and let's forge our paths to becoming unstoppables in the arena of life. Time to take action. All right, here it goes. I'm laying down a challenge right now. This isn't just chatter, it's a real invitation to act. I'd love to know your experiences. In the comments, tell us about a moment when you acted instead of just reacting emotionally. What was the outcome? How did it make you feel? Was there a huge obstacle you faced and chose to overcome rather than back down? Or better still, try this challenge for the coming week. Apply one of the methods we talked about and then return to share how it impacted you. Did you calm down a fiery argument by pausing and reflecting? Did you continue a tough workout when you felt like giving up? Did you focus on being productive instead of putting things off when you really wanted to lounge on the sofa? Keep in mind, just like one piece of iron makes another sharper, your story might be the spark that motivates someone else to make a change. Let's form a group of doers, masters of their emotions. Let's nurture a community of modern-day Stoics who are prepared to tackle any challenges that come their way. And for those thinking, this seems amazing, but am I truly capable of making it happen? Yes, you absolutely can. As Muhammad Ali once said, impossible is merely a word used by those who prefer to stay within the confines of the life they know, rather than embrace the strength they possess to transform it. You have that power. It's been there inside you all this time, just waiting to be set free. This goes beyond simple self-improvement. It's about starting a revolution in the way we manage our emotions, make choices, and lead our lives. It starts with you, right here and now. Every significant movement in history kicked off with individuals who dared to go against the flow and carve out a new path. So, are you ready to tap into that power? Are you prepared to enter the arena and take control of your actions? The comments section is your battleground. Show us what you're capable of. Share your triumphs, no matter how small they may appear, because in this fight, every win is important. Every conscious decision counts. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss any of our future videos. And as always, until next time.